So how are they going to implement it in practicality on your computer, for instance, right? There's a new, relatively new concept in cybersecurity protocols called zero trust. So by default, since you have a digital identity and you're in a prison, you are by default a criminal. So we don't trust you. Every time you need to get something, access to something which you think is legitimate, even to buy food, by default we don't trust you, and you have to prove you are you and you have all the compliance metrics through your CBDC to be able to, access whatever you need to access. So in the old days, like when you log into your computer, you or your cell phone, you put in a password, and then after that you pretty much have access to applications on your computer. So that's called implicit allow. Like there's one gateway you enter in and you're implicitly allowed to do whatever you can. The zero trust protocol is a default deny. So we are going from implicit allow to default deny worlds. And at the heart of this is your digital ID. So think of it as default deny, and you have to, for everything you're doing in your life all the time, every step you're taking, whether it's to open your car, start your engine, put in gasoline, log into your computer, log into an application, call your friend. By default, the world has been locked up. And you are in this inverted prison. While you may not see locks outside you, but the locks are all there and you have to keep unlocking your life. Right? So here's an example when you go shopping. How is zero trust going to be used? Here's a lady, she wants to go and buy some beef, but let's say her carbon footprint or her beef footprint for the month has been exceeded. That door won't open, right? If she wants to buy, say, apple juice, but she's had too much sugar because they're tracking everything, that door won't open, right? And at the heart of this is your digital ID, and the whole concept of digitalization, which is a relatively new term also coming from the World Economic Forum, it means conditional access. So to access anything in life, there are conditions. This is all linked to your digital ID. It's all about being a prisoner all the time. And there'll be a face recognition camera at the top of each of the doors looking at you and figuring out who you are and what your digital ID represents.
And of course, people that think that they'll just be shopping from home, your phone will be doing the exact same thing that the doors of the fridges will be doing.
Exactly. Right? So there's a bunch of companies that have started, it's called IDaaS, Identity as a Service. There are face recognition as a service. So lots and lots of companies are building businesses around this. And every time anyone's face is in front of a camera, there's a chain of corporations making money, from camera companies to IDaaS companies to networking companies, cybersecurity companies, the whole shebang. And it's since human beings are everywhere, this is one of the ways that they have come up very creatively, that anytime there's a face in front of a camera, which is going to be most of the time since people are always on their devices, there's continuous chain of data and therefore money being made.